Yeah, the broadcast missed that one live.
We're live now, and luckily the mayor of Canton managed to get his computer working outside, so that's good news. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm your host, Brent Piles. It's time for our Backlash preview show. I, of course, got the mayor of Canton here with me, and, of course, Glenn's here with me as well. The mayor likes to do his live pay-per-view preview shows live from his deck, so that's nice.
Yes,
How's
nice
the weather out there today in Ohio?
It is perfect. It feels like this is the first nice spring day that we've had all year. It's probably maybe 65, 66 and sunny right now. And I think maybe 4 days ago we had snow flurries. So very confusing weather here in Ohio, but I think we're pulling it together.
That's how the Midwest rolls. That's how we roll.
Mm-hmm.
One day it's a beautiful summer's day, and the next day it's fucking winter. That's how it works around here. What about you, Glenn? Anything big going on over there in England today at all?
No, I noticed. No, just a small matter of a coronation. What a waste of money that is. Anyway, that's beside the point.
How do the people of England actually feel about the royal family? Is it kind of just a laughable subject at this time, or is there just sex that really get into everything?
It's like a certain ex-president of yours. There's
that good, huh?
Two factions. One that absolutely adore them. The other side really hate them.
Gotcha.
Being that we are non-discriminatory over here, there's even a big rally of the haters going on in central London as well as the coronations.
You could stick.
That's all fun there. I'm glad I'm not there.
I was going to say you could stick me in one of those groups that doesn't give a fuck about either side because neither side gives a fuck about me.
Exactly.
I'll never understand people who rock either side. I'm not picking the side either. I never understand people who rock with politicians so hard. Like they don't fucking give a fuck about you. Why do you care so much? They don't care about you. They don't give a fuck about you.
No.
And because of all this is going on, it's absolutely shitty weather here.
Well,
it's been raining since yesterday. It's still raining now.
It's actually it's not raining outside, but you know how it mists a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's been misting outside all morning, and then the sun's going to come out later, which just means it's going to be humid as a motherfucker outside. So that's going to be good. I was going to watch Backlash later tonight outside with the fire pit, but if it's fucking humid, I don't know if I'm going to do that because I don't want to deal with that situation. But it's supposed to be it's supposed to be 77, so it might
Holy
be nice.
smokes.
So let's see.
Wow, that's some good weather there. We haven't seen 70s yet, so I'm excited.
It is May, after all. It is May.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna. I saw a video yesterday. It's like a kid in the car with his mom, and it's like April 30th, and she's playing that "It's Gonna Be Me" song. And he's like, "Don't do it. Don't do it."
May I?
You may. You may. Well, okay, let's get fucking to it. There's 7 matches in this WrestleMania. I'm sorry, it's not called WrestleMania Backlash anymore. It's just regular old Backlash nowadays. 7 matches on the old Backlash show. If you watched SmackDown last night, man, the crowd was fucking amazing last night there in Puerto Rico. So I'm pretty excited for how this pay-per-view is going to go tonight because a good crowd can really elevate a show. And you don't think that it can, but it really, really can. If you got a crowd that's into everything, it just makes everything seem like it's better. Check out Hulk Hogan versus The Rock, WrestleMania 18. Watch it with the sound on. You'll love it. Watch it without the sound on. You'll be like, well, this is terrible.
Yeah, crowds really can make a difference in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
You are 100% correct.
Absolutely. All right, so let's talk about I think this might be the match that people are least excited about. I see a lot of people upset. A lot of people not upset, but just they don't understand why this match is happening on Twitter. And a lot of people, it seems like a lot of people don't like Omos, and I'm not exactly sure what the deal is or why so many people just dislike Omos, but people just seem to. And he's going to be taking on Seth freaking Rollins. We're going to make the mayor pick first because he's outside. I don't know why, but I don't know why that makes any sense.
That's good because I've got him written down first.
Okay, well, I'm probably going to shock everyone here because this was the one pick that I think I was going to go completely way off the walls because I've got a feeling that the WWF has a feeling that Omos has a huge future ahead of him. And completely opposite to what you were saying earlier, this isn't what I would per se do, but I see Omos winning here. And I think that I still don't think that Seth isn't going to be out of the title picture anytime soon. But I feel like after the loss that he had at WrestleMania, they still need to make him look strong. And what a better way of making him look strong? And you keep having a giant lose continually, the giant becomes meaningless. So even if there's shenanigans here with MVP, if someone else helps him win, somehow I still see Omos winning here. The giant goes over, and that's how I see it happening.
Rollins won at WrestleMania, right? He faced Logan Paul, right?
Yes.
Okay, I was just trying to. I was like, who did Seth Rollins face at WrestleMania? It's like I totally lost it. It's only been like a month and a few days ago, but I still don't fucking know. I'm going to. Excuse me, Glenn. Why don't you go first? As a matter of fact.
Well, I'm going to go totally the opposite. I'm going to go with Seth. I can't see any reason that they need to give Omos the win here. He can just go back to being running amok. He's a free agent. He just go around running amok everywhere, squashing jobbers.
Is he really a free agent? Is that a fact?
Yes.
He's
so MVP. The likes of MVP. Negotiated apparently a contract where he can go wherever he likes. He's like the Great Dane that lives in your house. Where does it sleep? Wherever it wants to.
I am also a free agent in the WWE.
Yeah, I would also like to throw my name out there as being a free agent too, where I can roam anywhere that I'd like to roam. It's just funny. He is a free agent with such names as Brock Lesnar, which is a big one. But then we've got the charisma vacuum of Von Wagner, followed by the charisma vacuum of Zion Quinn. Those are some of the free agents we have in WWE. They need to free agent their asses down to promo class, I think, before they get a call into the main roster. But anyway,
you get the feeling that this is two different types of free agent. You've got the likes of Omos and Lesnar, those people that could just turn up anywhere and squash people, and then you've got the queue. Then you've got the queue to the back door.
Yeah, we don't have anything for you today, guys.
Yeah,
that's basically what they're saying.
Yeah, you got the guys who are going to sit in catering. That's those guys. Yeah, I did this at WrestleMania, and I'm not going to do it to myself again. I picked Omos just because I felt like it was the right decision for Omos to win over Brock, because I felt like if you're trying to push Omos, then he really needs to get some wins. Like the mayor said, if he keeps losing and losing and losing, he's going to be the Big Show. And I'm not trying to disparage the Big Show, but as you know, the Big Show was a baby face and a heel more times than the Big Show, because there's nobody else to compare him to, because he did it the most. That's why I say that.
No, I'm not even putting him anywhere near the Big Show. If he keeps losing, he's going to be Shanky. Like, you have to give the guy a victory somewhere before he's doing silly dances on the ring apron.
Brodus Clay. It'd be Brodus Clay. So I do think the right decision would be for Omos to win, just because if you're going to push the giant. But I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot with that one again. I'm taking Seth freaking Rollins in this match. If anybody can get the best match Omos has had in his entire career out of him, I think it's Seth Rollins. So it'll be interesting to see what happens between Rollins versus the Giant here. I think it'll be a fun match either way.
And the thing is, just before we move on.
Very good.
The one thing about Seth Rollins is if he can get the monster down, he has got a way of beating him. He doesn't use a one-wing angel or anything. If Omos is on the deck, the curb stomp is the way to defeat a monster.
It's a really good point. It's a very, very good point. Yeah, he doesn't have to do anything. He has to lift him up over his head, so that's good. Yeah, you don't want to have to do that against Omos. That's a good thing about a move like a curb stomp, is you can hit that on anybody. Like, there's some moves that you just can't hit on everybody, so that's a good move. The next one I guess we will look at will be the triple threat match for the United States Championship. There's something in WWE and NXT where a champion somehow gets thick-headed and decides that not only do I need to defend my title against a big motherfucker, but I need to defend my title against two of the biggest motherfuckers in WWE, Austin Theory against Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed. Glenn, why don't you pick first in this one?
I'm actually going Lashley.
It's a hell of a choice.
I think that Bronson Reed's in there just to protect Theory. I think Lashley will either pin or submit Bronson Reed, and then at either Clash of Champions or even SummerSlam, we'll get a rematch between Lashley and Theory. And Theory will probably get the title back.
We've never seen that one before. I'm going to take Theory. I think Theory is going to retain. They got this big, heavyweight title thing coming up where they're putting people in triple threat matches, even people from SmackDown, even though it doesn't make any sense because it's a Raw title. Which I said, me and Glenn talked about this before because we recorded our new show, A Cup of UK Heritage, the other day. We talked about this on there too, where I don't know, but yeah, Austin Theory wins, and I don't know. I just can't see. I would be very shocked if they took that belt off him at this point with the run that he's had so far. What about you, Mayor?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Brent. I think Theory retains here. Bronson Reed, I think, is kind of in there, so Theory doesn't have to get another clear-cut victory over Lashley, and maybe even Reed could be the one that takes the fall, which is what I'm guessing is going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Bronson Reed is in there because I do believe that he's a Raw superstar, so he can't even win the title anyway.
Well, he can.
So, I mean, I guess he could, but then he would take it to Raw, and then the IC and US title would both be on Raw and get very confusing. But who knows? Maybe that's all up in the air, and fun stuff could happen with that and end up with trades. Who knows? Either way, I still see Theory retaining the title here. I think that they need to keep building him the same way they're doing Gunther, and having a continuous long title run with both of them.
Yeah, so if anybody's going to win this, it's got to be either Theory or Lashley because they're both going to be on SmackDown now. So it makes a lot of sense for. I mean, like I said, I think it's going to be a good match as long as there's not too much of one person taking a piss while the two guys are working in the ring. That's just what I hope for. I also would like to see, we won't probably because one's going to be on Raw, one's going to be on SmackDown, but Bobby Lashley versus Bronson Reed sounds like a fun feud just because that's two big meaty men slapping meat. Both those guys can really move. They're not like big. They're not like big guys who can't really move around. Both of them are pretty light on their feet for as big as they are. I just think that would be a good feud going forward, but I guess that's not what we're going to see.
I still don't know how Bronson Reed doesn't kill someone with that tsunami splash he does from the top. Like, that looks brutal.
I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
I ain't taking that.
No.
The next match is it's the 6-man tag team match. Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn taking on Solo Sikoa, Jay, and Jimmy Uso. It kind of looked on SmackDown last night that maybe old Solo Sikoa doesn't have the Usos back like they think he does because they were asking him if he was going to do his part, and he really didn't have anything to say to them. But at the same time, Solo Sikoa doesn't really have a lot to say ever. So it's not really that surprising that he wouldn't answer because he usually doesn't speak at all. So it doesn't really matter. I think we further the story, the cracks in the bloodline, and Riddle, Owens, and Zayn win here. Is what I think is going to happen. What about you, Mayor of Canton?
I agree completely. I think Owens, Zayn, and Riddle win. I kind of feel like the bloodline storyline isn't as much fun for me without Roman being there, though. That's the only real complaint I have about it is just it feels like it's falling flat without him there a little bit for me anyway. And I'm not a big complainer, but it just feels like it's something's missing, and I think it's Roman being in there with them. But I know that there's a reason behind it, and that he wasn't there, and maybe that's what if Jay and Jimmy and Solo lose. Oh yeah, you weren't here for us, and neither was Solo. There can be some dissension, which will lead to good storylines, and it all has a purpose. Just for me, in the moment, it feels like it's falling a little flat. either way, Sammy, KO, and the Bro win.
Glenn, what do you think? You going Asperds or no Asperds?
I'm going with the Bro Buddies, with the Arsbirds. Everything yesterday, last night on SmackDown, pointed to them winning. As you say, there was the friction between Solo and the Usos, and also they announced that Roman's going to be back on SmackDown next week.
Yeah,
so he's going to need something to come in and sort out.
Mm-hmm. I didn't think about that, but you're dead on with that.
Yeah, definitely. And I could totally see there being a scenario where maybe Solo doesn't even come out for the match and leaves the Usos out there by himself, or maybe there comes a point where it looks like the Usos are finally going to get that tag to Solo, and he just drops his hands and walks out. I feel like that's going to be sort of a scenario that's going to happen tonight. But it'll be interesting. It'll be definitely interesting to see what happens for sure. And now we will go with the first of the two women's championship matches. Bianca Belair is defending the Raw Women's Championship against Io Sky. I'm sure she will have her cronies Bayley and Dakota Kai with her for this one. Should be a really good match. I think these two had a couple of matches when they were both down in NXT together, and I know Io Sky hasn't done a whole lot since she came up to Raw and SmackDown, but she can definitely go in the ring. And if you've ever watched her wrestle, you know that for sure. And so I do think this will be a really good match. I think the mayor gets to pick first. Mayor, who you taking?
Okay. This one was kind of tough for me because I'm starting to get that feeling that it might be time to pull the trigger on a female title change here with Bianca. But I still don't think it's yet. I think that I don't think Io's the one to take it off of her. If you're going to make that change, I think that somehow this is going to lead kind of in the same similar situation with the bloodline where, there's a faction involved. The loss is going to cause friction in the faction, and we're going to start seeing deterioration where maybe they even, combust tonight. And I kind of see that happening. I think Bianca retains, and down the road, I think that one person that had an odd signing that I would think is a part-timer named Trish Stratus is going to be the one that goes on to dethrone Bianca. But that's just my throwing Hail Mary pick out there. I see that happening down the road, and but I don't think Bianca loses it tonight, and I really hope Glenn somehow at least picks Bianca or says her name.
There we go. Glenn, can you fulfill our needs and you say Bianca?
I will fulfill your needs. It is definitely going to be Bianca.
Thank you.
There is no all the people on that roster. Io Sky isn't the one to be taking any title off of anybody, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
She's got no promo because all she does is scream in Japanese all the time.
Which strangely works for me, but on a different
level. And there's still all this thing of now the Raw belt is on SmackDown and the SmackDown belt is on Raw, and
they're gonna have to trade them
we've
back.
got all that nonsense to go. Yeah. So
I saw someone on Twitter voice their angerness to if they do another title switch, I swear to God. You swear to God what, Mark? What are you gonna do? Nothing. Shut up.
They've done it. They've done it. Yeah. It's too late.
God has already lost to Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon in a wrestling match, so I don't know what you're gonna do to God.
You did. Thank you. I agree. It's got to be Bianca. Like I said, it should be a decent match. I think Bayley and Dakota Kai have a women's tag team championship match coming up. It's either on SmackDown next week or on Raw this week. I'm not sure. And I think that might be the point where we start to see more of the implosion of Damage Control. with maybe something possibly happening during this match, and then further getting a rift between them in that tag team match. But I do think Bianca Belair is going to retain. I think she said on SmackDown she's only a couple of days away from becoming the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion or something like that, and so I can't see them taking the belt off her at least until she breaks that record. And honestly, if I'm racking my brain or thinking, like, I can't think of anyone on the SmackDown roster that's on the level to take it off her right now. I just don't think that there's anybody.
What brand did Charlotte get
drafted? Good question. I don't remember.
I think Charlotte got drafted to SmackDown.
Okay, so maybe Charlotte. They have not done that match yet. We haven't seen Bianca Belair versus Charlotte yet, and I'm surprised.
They've teased it a few times, but they've never ever done it. So, yeah, that'd be a great SummerSlam match.
That's like two of the most athletic female wrestlers of all time. I mean, two of the most athletic wrestlers of all time. Throw female completely out the window. Yeah. Oh, God, I want to see that match. Sign me up. That
has got a headline. That has got to be the main event.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That's a 5-star classic right there.
If it comes up to it. So, yeah, anyway, everybody's saying that Bianca will win.
Bianca's going to win this one. And then the next SmackDown Women's Championship match, Rhea Ripley will take on Zelina Vega. Dominic Mysterio will be in Rhea's corner. Zelina Vega will be in Ray will be in Zelina Vega's corner. I think Glenn gets to pick first. Glenn, who you taking?
Oh, dear. All I can say is poor Selena.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way that they protect her, being Puerto Rican and everything. But I can't see Rhea not winning that. That's got to be the biggest mismatch since Big Show against Ray.
I mean, this is basically the same thing of it's crazy that I think Rhea Ripley's only like 5'8", but she looks about 7'5". She looks about under the giant's height, but she's only like 5'7". Yeah, Glenn, I'm gonna be watching this match like this with because while I do think that it's going to be a good match, and they're going to give Zelina a lot because she is Puerto Rican and they are in Puerto Rico. I don't see there's any shape, form, or fashion that Zelina Vega beats Rhea Ripley tonight. There's just no way. What do you think there?
Yeah, there's zero chance Zelina Vega wins this year. I mean, she's going to have the hometown crowd behind her, and standard WWE fashion, you're going to lose in your hometown. But I don't think it has anything to do with that. There's zero chance you take the title off Rhea Ripley here. She's on like one of the hottest runs like in recent memory for me for a female superstar. They're building a brand new superstar, and to make her lose in the oddest mismatch that I can remember, like you said, in a long time, just makes no sense whatsoever. So Rhea's gonna win. It's gonna be a clean, easy victory, I think. And I'm gonna have fun watching it, but there's zero chance that Rhea does not win and retain here.
Yeah, this match could be in Puerto Rico, Hawaii, or the North goddamn Pole, and
it doesn't matter.
Zelina Vega's not winning. It doesn't have nothing to do with it being in her hometown. And like I know she's of Puerto Rican descent, but I don't know if she was born in Puerto Rico. I think she's from New York.
She has to be like right at 5 foot tall, because she makes Rhea look like a giant. I don't think
she is billed at 5'1", so that means she's 4'10".
Yeah, probably.
I was gonna say I would say she's under 5 foot,
because I met that Persia Parada last weekend, and she's probably a legitimate 6 foot tall, because she stood like nearly side by side, eye to eye with me, and like I'm like, wow, she's tall. Like I didn't maybe just don't expect people being as tall until you see them in person, especially on like a female wrestler, because most of them are very tiny and diminutive.
Right.
And she was a tall lady.
Yeah, well, I think but she's 4 or 5 inches taller than Rhea Ripley too. Is the crazy thing. She's a few inches taller than Rhea.
That is one that WWE definitely wasted.
Yeah, I never even when they first released her, I didn't understand it because she was one of the ones that was really progressing well, and I just didn't understand why they let her go.
No,
I still don't understand
I
it.
have a feeling she'll be back. She's still young enough, and has plenty of future ahead of her, and building her time.
Yeah, definitely. Well, she's doing her thing on the indies now, and she's
Yeah,
with
so
Matt Cardona, so she's making a big name for herself, and good for her, man.
Yeah.
Good for her.
nice lady too.
Yeah, she seems. She said that Star Wars fans don't get laid, but I think that was just in her gimmick. Which I can tell you, confirm for you that we do. Not a lot.
Just because you're one of the odd ones that does. I don't think she's that far wrong.
You're probably right. You're probably right. We got 2 ones left. So it says San Juan street fight. Bad Bunny is taking on Damian Priest. I think Bad Bunny's gonna win. I mean, I'm not. I don't really think that Damian Priest has much of a chance of winning, unless me and Glenn were talking about this before the mayor showed up because he's always late. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He wasn't we were early.
I know. I'm just kidding. He wasn't late. We were just early. That maybe Bad Bunny's a huge wrestling fan, has a lot of respect for the wrestling business. So I could see them maybe going to him and saying, "You're going to win this match," and him going, why should I win over one of your biggest stars? But it's Puerto Rico, and he had a damn good showing for himself every time he's been in the wrestling ring, so I can't see this being disappointing. I'm sure they've rehearsed this match over and over and over and over again, so it's going to be really, really good. I'm going to take Bad Bunny for the victory. What about you, Mayor of Canton?
I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be mad if Bad Bunny won.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't be mad. I kind of feel like I should be, because Damian Priest seems like he probably should be the face and the leader of the Judgment Day to me over Finn. I feel like Damian should be getting in that direction of progressing to, main event status. And if he loses to, the largest artist in the world, that might not be good for his career, but I don't know if it hurts it either.
Yeah.
I don't know if it hurts it in a street fight where anything can happen, really. So I don't know. I'm going Bad Bunny winning here. I can't believe I'm saying that, but he is a large guy. When he comes out with the LWO, he's larger than every other person in the LWO. So
yeah,
no, that's not hard.
Santos Escobar looks really tall with the rest of the motherfuckers too.
So Bad Bunny came out looking like a badass last night. I mean, he looked like a legitimate wrestler, tough guy, and I'm like, okay, you sold me.
Right.
Bad Bunny's winning. I have no problem with Bad Bunny winning here.
What about you, Glenn?
I am going with Damian Priest.
Oh, curveball.
Basically, for the reasons that you said, I don't think Bad Bunny would want to go over on Damian Priest. And there's plenty of ways that Judgment Day can come in, do the beatdown after Priest wins, and then the LWO come in. Ray gets his licks on Dominic, and they drive Judgment Day out the ring and stand tall at the end, and everybody's happy.
It makes a lot of sense. It is a street fight, so I'm sure everyone from the LWO and everyone from Judgment Day will somehow be getting involved in this thing.
Do the LWO and Judgment Day fight off and Edge sneaks in to help him win? Or are we getting away from that storyline completely?
I hope we get away from that.
I hope we get away from that. And watching a certain young lady that's over there, a proper wrestling journalist, doing stuff with the Puerto Rican public. There's a lot of them were going for Damian. He's very popular there.
Yeah, I believe he is from Puerto Rico as well, and then he moved to New York, possibly.
I think so, but he seems to be very popular.
Yes, I thought he is of Puerto Rican descent. That is correct.
When she started going around the streets and interviewing people and giving them the option of Bad Bunny or Damian Priest, I thought most of them would go Bad Bunny just because if so. so popular. But no, a lot of them were saying Damian Priest is going to win it. So who am I to argue with the Puerto Rican public?
And if there's anything that Puerto Ricans love, it's professional wrestling. Like that's ingrained in their culture over there. Like, I mean,
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And because he's of Puerto Rican descent, I'm sure everybody over there is a big fan of him. So it makes a lot of sense. And also, I think it shows. Obviously, Bad Bunny's comfortable with Damian Priest because they've worked together before. But I think it shows like the faith that they have in Damian Priest to put him in a match like this, because they don't just throw anybody in matches like this. They have to know that you're going to be able to do it, and it shows that they have a lot of faith in Priest. So.
Yeah, I think they are genuinely shoot mates.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they are. Absolutely. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be friends with Bad Bunny? I know I would be.
Biggest music star in the world.
Yeah. The thing is Bad Bunny's that big a fan that why wouldn't he want to be friends with Damian Priest?
That too. Yeah. It's the old thing of how rappers want to play in the NBA, and NBA players want to be rappers. It's that.
That's it. Yeah.
Who we picking, Loki?
Oh, hello, doggy.
Loki's coming over here.
Very nice.
Say hi.
All right, the main event, or I assume is going to be the main event. Cody Rhodes will battle the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Let's, for the love of God, hope Cody Rhodes wins, or else we're going to have to listen to a bunch of... Cody Rhodes should win. It makes no sense for Brock to win. Cody Rhodes should win. So I don't know if I was supposed to go first, but I'm picking Cody Rhodes. Glenn, you picking Cody Rhodes? You going with Brock?
Of course I go Cody Rhodes. What is the point in Brock winning this? All you do is just take away any momentum that Cody has built by giving Brock the win, and then Brock just pisses off for another 6 months. What's the point?
Right, until probably SummerSlam. I'm sure Brock will piss off. So. Yeah, Mayor of Canton, are you agreeing with us? Or are you gonna go up one of your classic Hail Marys?
I think I've already put out a couple of those today, so I'm gonna stick with what should happen, and that's Cody Rhodes winning here. You can't have Cody Rhodes lose back-to-back matches if you're trying to make this guy your future champion. And if they do, it tells me all I need to know about what they think about Cody Rhodes and his future. Not that losing to Brock would be shameful in any fashion, whether it's thumb wrestling, painting, street fighting, anything. Yeah, you lose to Brock Lesnar. There's no shame losing to Brock Lesnar. But still, right now, at this point in time, you can't have Cody Rhodes lose to him.
No, definitely not.
No, this should be the win that starts to build Cody back to, where he needs to be. And they have this new world championship, and people are just assuming that they're going to put it on Cody, and I don't think they're going to. I really don't think they're going to. I think everybody thinks that that's what's going to happen, and I just don't think they're not going to do it just because everybody thinks. I think you're looking at another year-long build of Cody Rhodes going back to WrestleMania and winning it again there. That's just what I think is probably going to happen.
The Universal title. Yeah, he's going to be a Universal champion rather than the...
Yeah, I feel it also. I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
I think it's going to be a really fun show. That's going to be a really good match. I'm sure Brock's going to beat the living shit out of Cody, and then he's going to fight and come back like a babyface should.
That has to be their first time ever having a match that I can think of, right?
Cody and Brock? Yeah, I'm sure. I don't think they probably ever wrestled. I doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah. So that's it. That is it for our Backlash preview show. Glenn, you got anything we need to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah. This week I am recording with Andy at Bang Bang. We will be looking at NXT Takeover, and it's the one with
Revolution.
Is it Revolution? It's the one where KO buckle bombs.
Is it the one where he turns on him?
Yeah. It's that one where they're in the main event and basically KO kills.
Yeah, NXT Takeover R Revolution.
Yeah, that's the one.
You're talking about. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, so I'll be recording that, so keep an eye out for that. And of course, give Andy at Bang Bang Podcast a listen and a follow. The guys at UTT. I'm booking the territory. I'm booking the Tankatory. And there's a new golf one that they're doing now, which is so yeah, give them a listen too.
Yeah, they're like reviewing the Being the Elite like Gator Golf tournament or something like that. I don't even know the fucking thing, but that's pretty goddamn funny. What about you, Mayor of Canton? We're of course going to watch some WCW after this, but we're going to get off YouTube because they'll ban us if we do. So,
Gotcha. Yeah. Give Thomas Bryce 2017 a follow. Follow Sportswire Radio. Give us a follow if you're here and just listening to us for the first time. All streaming services, just search AWI Pod, and you'll be getting a lot of other kind of podcast as well that Brent and Glenn so elegantly do, covering the Attitude Era days, and then the Heritage Cup here, which is going to be, I'm excited for because I have not watched a single Heritage Cup match ever in my life. So I'm going to be watching them as you're reviewing them and covering them.
Well,
so I'm excited for that.
That's great. You're going to be, I think, because you're kind of like a like-minded us when it comes to wrestling. So I think you're really going to enjoy them just like we really enjoy them. So
yeah, so I'm excited for that. And I apologize to everyone for getting their hopes up last week. It was the first and negative last episode of Tap Dancing with the Mayor. It never happened. So if you were really looking forward to Tap Dancing with the Mayor, I apologize to the viewers. It's not going to happen.
Gosh darn it.
Dear sad. Never mind.
Rest in peace, Tap Dancing with the Mayor.
Like the Mayor said, we'll
have a lot of shows that never make it to air.
Maybe. I could edit it for you if you wanted. Just send me the audio over. I'll make it sound great. No, even I couldn't do anything with that, I don't think. No. Yeah, you'll have a new episode of AWI Pod Worldwide that you'll be able to listen to tomorrow. We'll have a new episode of Warring to Attitude out on Tuesday, and our brand new show, A Cup of UK Heritage, will be out on Wednesday. So you'll be able to hear a whole fucking bunch of us. So, but that's it. We will catch y'all later.
Bye.